You know, they never seem to drop the ball on these episodes. They never dropped the ball on last year's episodes in season two. So they definitely ain't dropping the ball on this one. These people who are the writers behind this show are doing some brilliant writing because a lot of times I'm saying to myself, you know, how and why and what and what's going on. But man, they wanted to find out how this woman got back. And Boyd's trying to keep stuff together. And then Victor finally met his dad, which was very touching. But there is so many things in this movie, this series, that is just like, here, this is another one I said in the previous video that From is a season that if I had known, I would have just renewed this at the end of November, which is next month. That way I can binge watch all of them because I don't like these weekly drops, man. And I'm not saying that the way it sounds. I'm saying I don't like weekly drops because I want more. So the way this show is, it makes you want more. So yes, this is a excellent show. I mean, it's an excellent show. I mean, there a lot of these streaming services, man, they have got some good stuff on here, but man, they all had a town meeting, man, because they was trying to find out how that woman right there got back, and she was saying I went through a tree. Well, they all want to go through that tree, so they say. But Boyd here is trying to tell them that I went through a tree and I came in and I was inside of a chimney, and they're all giving him a hard time, even his son. And then his son doesn't know that his pregnant girlfriend, well, wife now, is eating rotted food. I think he finds out later on. But there's, I don't, every time I watch this, I'm like, the writer's room for this show is, they have to be doing a lot of thinking because this is one of those shows where you're trying to figure things out. Because right now, that one guy who's real smart, he's with that woman that you see on the other side. Uh, he talked her husband into letting her go to the tree, and he's like, I just got my wife back, so he lets him go. But her little boy wanted to go with him, so they're sitting outside the tree. But this asshole dude, this character, man, I figured he wasn't gonna last long. He ended up following them and finding the tree, but they didn't want to go in the tree because they told him you don't know where it's going to lead. He goes, well, you know what? When I go through this tree, I'll come back with help. And y'all could just sit there. And they told him, man, you don't know where it's going to take you. This dude goes through this tree, and then it goes into town, and Boyd hears all these people yelling and screaming, and in this town, there's a swimming pool. And that dude came out, but he came out encased in the sidewalk. I mean, it was crushing his body. Boyd tried to get him out, but he couldn't get him out, and everybody's just standing there horrified. And then Boyd pulls out his gun, was going to put him out of his misery, but he took his last breath. So then Boyd turns around, he kind of tells him, say, hey, is this what you want? Is this what you want? I told you guys I'm here trying to help you and stuff, but then again, but you got to understand, man, these people got to be getting tired. You're running out of food, man. It's freaking cold. You can only stay outside very long. These things are killing people, and they're torturing people and letting people live like that one guy that's in this movie. He's kind of a cocky dude. They took him and they sliced up his face but let him survive, and they don't understand why they did that. But he's mad at Boyd because Boyd couldn't do anything. But what I didn't like about that, in the last episode, that cocky white dude went to the bus to go get some tools to get that girl that you see in this picture, handcuffed out of the ambulance. And then, of course, that cop and those two paramedics, the cop killed that one woman that was in the house. Then two paramedics went outside to wait on one of those things that was acting like it was dead, and it killed them too. And then you know how the movie goes on from there if you guys are watching this. But these are some very good acting. And I like how they're shoehorning people in here, and you're getting a chance to meet them, and you get a chance to know them for a little bit, and then they get killed. I don't even know who's getting ready to get off. I don't even know who's gonna get. There's no telling, because it looks like they're sucking you in with some of these characters, and they're developing them, and then they're killing them off. So they could. So it's pretty slick though, because you're getting to know some of the characters, and then they're gonna die. So if I was, if anybody watching this show, don't get too close to these people, man, because you don't know who's. This way this show is, I wouldn't be surprised if they throw in some big shocker, somebody dies, and that happened. It's gonna pretty much mess me up. I'm just hoping that boy's son don't get killed. I'm hoping that one woman don't get killed that keeps that house together on the hill, and then I'm just, I got a funny feeling they're gonna try to throw something in there that. But a lot of times when they do that, the people that, because it looks like in this movie, in this series, that the main people, we about know who the main people are. You got the two chicks that are romantically involved, but I think they're got, paramedic skills. They both know how to, which is convenient. And then you got that cop that just got there. She's got a gun, so boy's got a gun, and so does the guy that lost his mom, the Asian guy. But I'm just wondering if you can't. It's just wondering if you. I don't know if it's. You get too close to some of these characters, man. Because I like that Asian guy's mom, and they killed her in the episode 2. So, and then it's just. I just want to know, man, how and why all this is happening. But I'm glad that they got me thinking like this because. They're at this tree right now, and these trees got these bottles with all these numbers, but those numbers got to mean something. And then the guy that's trying to figure all this out, he's some kind of like real smart dude because he had a firm, but his partner got killed in season 1. But he's trying to tell that woman that you see in this picture over here that they mean something because as you look in this picture, there's a tree with a bunch of bottles. And then you see that stick figure over there by Boyd's face. That's where they went and found all this fresh food. But this is some excellent writing. I gotta admit, man, I'm like, because I'm one of those type of people, I'm like, man, I'm trying to figure out what. And then they are doing some good acting. You could tell these people are not phoning it in. They're doing a real good job. I like to know what the ratings are, but the ratings got to be pretty good because we're on the 3rd season, so. But again, if I had to do it all over again, I think that the next time I think that I'm going to like a show and I think that I might like a show, I might go, if it's not on one of these streaming services I have, I'll say like, maybe I'll just wait and say, okay, if they're dropping this episode week by week and it's on a different, let's say streaming service and I just have to, pay like a like a one-time fee of, $11 or $12 just to get it, then maybe I should wait until the season's over so I can binge watch that. Because again, when I watched this, I wanted to watch another episode because I want to know. But then again, if this is good, I have to say season 3 is slightly starting to be better than season 2. But season 2 was good. Season 1 was just blow my mind. But season 2 was good. I mean, it was good, but man, season 3 is like, it's kicking on all cylinders, man. So I don't know. Like I said, this show's blowing me. It's just blowing me away, man, because it's some very good acting, and I can see how these people are just, freaked out, man. How'd they get there? How come all this is happening, man? And they're living in such a controlled, like lab rats. It's like somebody's looking at them and. Because they can't go outside at night. They got to be in at a certain time. These things that kills people, man, it look like they're killing them for the kicks. But now they're playing these mind games with them. Now they're like taking people and killing people right in front of them, but they're letting the other person watch them kill somebody, but then they're letting them live. Or they're taking somebody, if they get lucky enough to take somebody and says, we'll take this one, then they'll torture them and give them back alive. So, whoo, man, I don't know. This show is just getting better and better. God bless. Take care. And we'll catch you next video. Have a good week.